So my grandfather, it turns out, invented the cold air balloon, but it never really took off. Most of my relatives are police marksmen, apart from my granddad, who is a bank robber. He died recently, surrounded by his family. Anyway, I phoned up the spiritual leader of Tibet. He sent me a large goat with a long neck. Turns out I dial a llama. I always hate sitting in traffic because I get run over.
Oh, honest, no. That's not even trying.
What?
No. Not even trying that one. This next one better be bloody good because I can hear you revving up for another one.
I was going to send you a picture of me and REM because when you look at it, that's me in the corner.
God.
Oh, and last one. If you're being chased by a police dog, just so you know, little top tip here. If you're being chased by a police dog, try not to go through a tunnel, then onto a seesaw, then jump through a hoop of fire. They've been trained for that. Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome to the Black Dog version 2, episode 216. I'm Lee.
I'm Darren.
I'm Jim.
I'm Elton.
And this week, we will see how everyone's week's been. We will answer... We've got one question and no feedback. So that tells you where it's going, but that's kind of handy because we are running late. So there you go. So we'll do a question and in the asking for trouble section, and then we will move on to this week's movie, which was your pick, Elton. What did you pick for us?
It was indeed. And here I am smiling away at all of you guys because I know you enjoyed it so much. It was the 1987, I think it was 1987, classic Over the Top.
Real American Heroes. Yeah, okay. Over the Top.
Not the classic British late-night TV show with Chris Tarrant and Sally James.
Yeah, Tiswell's for adults.
Indeed.
Oh, God. Let's...
yes. Sally James.
I got a signed photo of her once.
Yes, I bet you have.
It was cool. No, seriously. I next door neighbour when I was
James.
Yeah, when I lived down in Grove Park, next door neighbour was a security guard at LWT, and he got me a signed photo of Sally James. I was about 9 or 10 at the time, and I don't think that the person who got the photo signed of Sally James knew who it was going to.
Right.
It wasn't what I would call a child-friendly photo.
No,
not in the strictest sense. Let's just put it that way. In a sort of like the sort of, is it Freeman's catalogue always falls open on a certain page kind of photograph.
Oh,
Was she covered in gunge?
Not then.
well, shortly after he received the photograph, I think. He was very excitable.
Not
After
immediate.
a stay at the Ewok village.
After the land of the Jawas. Yeah, land of the Jawas. After a stay at the land of the Jawas. Yeah. And Corky the cat. We're off to the races.
Started off life as a normal photograph, but these days, if you picked it up and threw it across the room, you could behead someone with it. That's how brittle.
Now it looks like a paint. Now it looks like a picture of a painter's radio. Anyway,
Can't turn that radio off. You have to unplug it.
it's stuck on the one channel. Those buttons just won't come back up when I press them. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, you can definitely spot it if you've got a UV light. You'll definitely be able to spot that. It's easy to find. He glows like the bright sun of a million moons. He goes, what the hell? Million moons? It's fucking like a million suns. Anyway, doesn't matter. Moments passed. Anyway, well, let's just see how everyone's week's been. He's just moving on past that photo. One day I will find that photo and I will post it up on the Facebook group.
Well, I've been looking through many photographs of Sally James and I can't see a single one that you're describing.
No.
No.
No. Oh, no. Because I didn't get it from the studio and they've probably taken them off the internet now.
This is from a more private collection.
From a more civilized age.
Oh, hello there.
Yeah. Hello there. Anyway, so let's see how everyone's
Is that
week's
your Chris
been.
Tarrant impression?
No. I don't think it is from the sound of it. I think he's just found that photo.
I think I have, yes.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, let's move swiftly on. Jim, welcome back.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Nothing's changed from being away a week, I see.
No.
Have it any other way.
No. Your influence has meant the lack of influence has meant nothing last week. It's just completely stayed on. So you were away being tested on by cosmetic scientists. Sorry. How are you, sir? How is your week?
I'm not. Oh shit! You know
What?
Sorry, just to put up. There'd be an accident involving Bono.
What?
He's fallen off a cliff.
Oh God! Go on.
He stood too close to the edge.
Oh.
Jesus.
His TomTom satellite navigation is a bit shit as well because the streets have no name and he still hasn't found what he's looking for. Anyway, go on. Sorry, Jim. Oh, always have one.
You can catch dad jokes in hospital now, can you? Jeez.
Apparently, yes.
Nice. So,
Well,
Jim,
I know one or two dad jokes will probably make you end up in hospital, but there you are.
people have looked at me like they wish I was in hospital. No, just would fuck off. No, that's it. That's what it meant. Jim, how's your week?
Well, yes. Last week I was sent down to University College Hospital in that London.
Mm-hmm.
Referred to a specialist for the bit of lung cancer in my left lung, which may or may not be playing up.
Oh,
And so I was in for a couple of days to have a whole battery of tests.
yeah.
So I had, let me think, had an echocardiogram,
Eek.
EEG, blood tests,
Right.
and a PET scan, which is basically where you get injected with a radioactive serum and have to sit in the room on your own for an hour. And then they photograph the bits and find what lights up. But I saw the new yeah, that's not fun.
No.
I've got a lovely, great big, massive bruise on my arm where it went in still. Ow.
Right.
But that's radiation for you. And then on the following on the Tuesday, I was sitting under the knife for about an hour and a half while they actually had a look at my lungs and to see, did biopsies and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And then back home on the train, which annoyingly was delayed for an hour and 20 minutes.
Oh shit.
Which, considering the journey was only 2 hours 40, but it did mean, actually, I was quite impressed. I'm going to get compensated.
Oh, go on.
Yeah, to the tune of 46 quid for the delay.
Nice.
Which is pretty good because I paid 49 quid for the ticket. So.
Oh,
So,
there you go.
You know, it's not coming to the account yet, but it's apparently the wheels are in motion. It was all like, you know,
More than the train is.
much more than the train. So that's an upside. That's some cash back there. Hooray!
Nice.
No, good to have in troubled times.
Mm.
But other than that, yeah, I don't know. what the situation is. I'm still waiting for all samples and whatnot to be processed. And I saw my consultant at home here today, but he didn't have the results yet. So I'm still just waiting to see what's happening. But it's considering everything they've done, I mean, unless I'm very lucky, I'm probably looking at some sort of treatment. And the consultant said we're probably looking at some sort of radiotherapy. So, but it's all, there's so many different flavors of this stuff and different scenarios. So it's kind of, well, I'll find out when I find out. But other than that, I say it all went well. All the staff were absolutely lovely. And it was a busy couple of days. There's nothing more tiring than waiting around. The Monday I had like 5 different appointments in different departments. It was kind of like, oh my God. I was absolutely shattered. And it's kind of, well, I've done is sat around and wait most of the day to go in to see various different people. But unfortunately, the downside of having a weak immune system and being stuck on a train, it means I came home and literally got, if you go on a long haul flight, you get the long haul flight sniffle afterwards. Yeah. Basically, that's my life if I go anywhere with other people, I will get. So I've had to kind of like, I had a sore throat anyway because I've had pipes and God knows what going down it. And but then I have this really bad cold and a sore throat all the weekends. But not that sort of, just mainly done a lot of lying around. And eating chocolate, which isn't a bad way to spend Easter, let's be honest. Yeah. And I'm poorly. I just have to sit here and have more chocolate and kill more cultists on Xbox. Oh, yeah. That's how it goes. So it's not at all a washout, really. But on the mend now, thankfully. Yeah. But, there might be occasional sneezing.
No, that's cool.
But yeah, so all well. And so that was kind of my week. Yeah. It seems only away a couple of days, but it seemed like a long 2 days. Yeah. But as I kind of, you do what you have to do and get on with it. And probably the low point was on Monday night when I was looking through like something to watch. It was kind of when you're away from your other half. There's lots of things to watch, obviously, on streaming. There's no end of delight. But you don't watch anything good because you want to watch it with the other half. Yeah. So you're looking for things that kind of you're sort of morbidly curious about watching. Yeah. Or that they've seen and you've not. Yeah. So hence, I ended up watching the new version of The Crow.
Oh! I'm so sorry, Jim.
I was going to say, how apologies, mate.
How far back into remission have you gone?
For your loss.
Dear me, that was what a mess of a film.
Oh dear! Oh, that's bad.
So you weren't taken in by the really deep relationship that springs up in 5 minutes between two individuals on there. You're expected to care about and actually give a shit about for the entire. You didn't know? No, you didn't see that.
That was one thing. I know he's gonna. The lack of chemistry was incredible.
Me.
Yeah.
Whoever got The Crow confused, picked up the wrong comic book and had Jared Leto's Joker instead. Very Raven. The Jerker, as I call that incarnation.
Yeah.
And the fact is, kind of, I'm just like, you gonna do some crowing? No, we're wandering around, are we? Oh, okay.
We'll do that at the end.
Right.
Leave it to the end. Leave it to the end.
Done crowing.
Oh, no, it was. I can see why fans of the comic were fucking furious. I mean, I quite like the Crow. I'm familiar with the Crow, but I'm not like to say die hard. And I know there's a lot of very die hard Crow fans out there.
Yeah,
and I bloody hell, I was pissed off. God knows how the community felt. You know what I mean? But when I looked at the Wikipedia and he's going, this explains everything. Kind of the number of different carousel of directors and writers and producers, and as we've gone around this film, it's kind of this is kind of like it's the cinematic equivalent of just peeling off like 30 years of wallpaper, and you can't quite get all the layers off, and you just got this melange of different scraps of patterns that don't connect. Though it's worth sticking with just for the opera house scene. Or better still, just watch the opera house scene.
Oh, right.
And
Okay.
you're done. When he actually gets to do some crime, that sequence is really, really good. Stupidly violent, a lot of fun. Unfortunately, the film doesn't end there. It keeps on going and going. He's like, really,
doesn't it?
kill that fucking cunt. Or me. Anybody. The director. Just fucking end this. Jesus Christ. I know it's a film about death and loss and grief, but not like that.
No, I think that's just the reactions of the audience, Jim. I definitely went through all those stages while I sat there watching it. So, yeah.
Yeah, what an absolute mess of a film. Bloody hell.
So you weren't impressed then?
No. Not impressed at all.
No.
I'm glad I've seen it because it was an interesting mess. And when I looked at the Wikipedia, it's kind of, I understand why it's such a mess, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It was kind of, you've got all the cards to do something really good here. You've got all the ingredients to do something pretty good. And nope. You somehow managed not to do The Crow.
Oh, God.
In a film called The Crow. Well done.
Mm. It does take some remarkable level of nonsense to just literally get the one thing that you've actually tied your mast to and ignore that one bit.
No, it's kind of like, wow.
Wow.
There's a lot of coke in Hollywood, isn't there?
Isn't it? Jesus Christ. Oh, right. Okay. So that you see, you're not impressed then, is what you're basically telling us.
No, steer well away. Don't be fooled thinking, oh, it's got Bill Skarsgård. He'll be worth watching. He isn't. Not in this.
He's really not. No. Okie dokie. Well, in which case, anything else?
No, I'll leave that there. My work
Okay.
here is done. I've given you my public service warning to avoid that film.
Avoid The Crow at all costs. Cool. Right. Okay then. Well, anyway, it's good to have you back, sir, and hope
Indeed.
it's all sorting itself out once you get the diagnosis back.
Indeed.
Yeah. So let's move on to Elton then. What's going on with you, mate?
We had family up for the Easter weekend, so that was nice. And during that weekend, we put on a film. That film was Elvis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go. There's another film that I've seen.
It's a film that's happened.
There's a film that I didn't realize needed so much CGI all the way through it. It was incredible.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's tons of it.
Right.
And you know what you say when you know you can actually see the CGI. That's when it's bad. When it's good, you don't notice it. You can see everything on this.
Really?
It's Baz Luhrmann, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's good. I think Austin Butler is very good as Elvis.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks is eating the scenery as he goes along, but I was more interested in his character, which is Colonel Tom Parker, which plays his manager, Elvis's manager, and that seemed to be like a really, really intriguing story. But when they started diving into that, they disappeared from it and then threw a load more CG at you. So
I did hear that there's no actual recorded instance of this man speaking, audio-wise. So Tom Hanks had to make that shit up, apparently.
Oh, well, it looks like he did make shit up, definitely.
Right. Okay.
Right.
It's like he's got all of his characters rolled into one, if that's the fact.
Yeah. Where am I going with this? I don't know.
Yeah.
What does this man speak like? I don't know. What does he look like when he looks like that? How does that sound to you?
Hey, the whole.
I suspect you're going to be famous, young man.
Do you know what? You're not far off.
Oh no, I've seen the clips of him. Well, it sounds like that, but you've got to have a mouthful of walnuts. So when
Yep.
you actually talk like that,
Ah,
of course.
maybe. I said, I say, I maybe. I'm
So
nothing.
yes,
I may be nothing more than a humble space chicken. But
I said, boy. I see there. You
Get
was
away,
like an
son.
Elvis-looking motherfucker.
Get away from me, son. You
What's
bother
with the hair,
me.
boy? I see, son. What's that pelvis moving shit you're doing there?
Yeah. You ain't said nothing. I want a little less conversation, ain't I? Oh, I've just given you a clue as to your next song. Oh, God. Is it like that? Does it have a bit of the chummy hum thing that we had with Bohemian Rhapsody, where they're just all standing on the stage going boom, 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 and it's like, I think that's a song.
Well,
Yes.
I don't think it does that. There's no real creation of any of the songs or anything like that. It just happens. It's just Elvis. Elvis all of a sudden happens. There's no diving into how he wrote these songs, who he wrote these songs with, or anything like that. It's just, nope, I've got songs. Okay, what inspirations? Nope, just songs and stuff from when I was a child, and stuff like that. It's like, okay, so we're not quite diving into the man himself, are we? Well, yeah,
So,
we're diving into his parents, right? And he took some drugs, right? But you kind of skipped over it as well, didn't you? They skipped over everything. Honestly, it's.
So,
I think
no casually dropping titles of songs in conversation then. Like, hey, Elvis, how was that date last night? She was horrible, man. She was the devil in disguise. No? Nothing like that?
I think there was a little bit of that.
There was.
Yeah.
I think there was a little bit of that, yeah.
Elvis, are you going off to do some DIY? Yes, I'm going to the depot.
Is that an Alsatian you've just bought there? No, it's a hound dog.
Sorry, what have I started?
I see you've just got back from the charity shop. What are those on your feet? Well, these seem to be my blue suede shoes.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Anyway,
Here, Elvis, here's a gift. Thank you very much.
No? Yes. No. Okay. Stop.
So Elton, Elvis, where did you get that seaside confection from? Was it from Brighton? No, it's Jailhouse Rock.
Oh,
No.
Right. Anyway,
but if anyone is interested in watching it, it is on Netflix. Just for everyone's notes.
I was going to say because the Orgs have, I think it was Reverend Org, turned around and said to me about putting that on the docket at some point, and I've always been a little resistant after we did all those musical biopics where we did sort of did NWA, then we did Bohemian Rhapsody,
Rocket Man as well,
and then we did Rocket Man all on the bounce, and I was like, oh god, I don't think I can take one more of this kind of like, he's just standing there and saying, oh yeah, I can feel something coming through my asshole as he eats another peanut butter and jelly sandwich or something. I don't know.
Well, we did him, but with a mummy flavour, didn't we? So earlier on, I forget the name of that movie though.
Bubba Ho-Tep.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
probably a better biopic, really.
Yeah, it was actually. Yeah,
yeah.
I think it's worth a watch, but don't get your hopes up on it.
Okay. We'll have to. Well, maybe we will give it a look because like I say, that's the opposing view to what a lot of people are saying. So I'm interested to see which way I fall. Yeah, I've heard lots of people giving it the big thumbs up, and then I've heard lots of people giving it thumbs down, and you're kind of sort of sitting in the middle somewhere.
Yeah, the amount of times that you went from I don't know, like a car roof all the way over Las Vegas to his room. You know, that sort of CGI, I think. And you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I can really see that. It's a bit jarring. Yeah, you do that 4 or 5 times, you're like, fucking hell, man. Honestly.
Oh, that sounds like my big problem with with Lord of the Rings, when it was all about sort of
helicopters.
We can stick the fucking camera on a piece of string and sling it around poor old Christopher Lee's head just so he can go after 10 minutes of zooming around, go excellent.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like no. Let's not.
Yeah,
Stop.
Yeah, there was no need for that, was there?
No. So if it's anything like that, just no. But okay. So maybe we will.
Maybe in the future, but I need a bit of a break from it. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2.5 hours worth of film.
Yeah. Okie dokie. Well, we might be giving that a skip then. Cool. Anything else, sir?
No, I think I'll leave it there for this week.
Okay, then. Well, in which case, we'll move to you then, Dal. How's your week, sir?
It's been pretty good. I did watch a few things. The first one being at the cinema, and proper cinema, a film that I've been waiting to see for a while. Sinners.
Movie. Oh.
No, Sinners.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Ryan Coogler.
Ryan, yeah.
Ryan Coogler film. Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody's not seen it, the blurb, which is very short, goes, trying to leave their troubled lives behind, twin brothers return to their hometown to start again, only to discover there's an even greater evil waiting to welcome them back. So I'm not going to give away.
It's moles, isn't it?
It is moles, yes. Fuck it. Fuck it. This is... yeah. No, it's not. It's not moles. They're a bit more severe than moles, but I'm not gonna discuss that because I had it spoilt for me before I went to see the film.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really take away anything from my enjoyment of it because this was a little bit more than I thought it was going to be, and I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy this film. How can I describe? What can I say about it without giving away too much of a plot? The trailers don't really give that much away. There is some real creepiness about what's going on. Some people may have already had it spoilt for them, but the actual evil part, the bit where they're dealing with that, mainly comes at the latter part of the film. There's a little bit of a build up to get there, but there's a lot of it is about music and how it has kind of played a part in history and stuff, and influenced certain cultures and stuff like this. And the whole thing in the trailer about there are certain people who can play music and that can, be a good thing, but it can also be very bad as well. And that is kind of, part of the conceit of the film with this. It is a thing in the movie. The music itself is great. I loved everything I heard in there. And there's one actor in it, a guy who plays Little Sammy, who's the, I think he's the cousin or the brother of the two twins.
Right.
And he plays and sings all the tunes himself, that actor. And he is fabulous. He's got such a great voice. Really has. And they show this. They do actually, they do give you a taste of his actual talents as well. So you see, oh yeah, that was actually him that did it. So it does make a point of pushing those across. But yeah, it was creepy. It didn't fuck about in places either. There is a bit of gore in it, of course, because it's horror. And of course, why wouldn't there be? It's not, like I say, it's a bit of a slow burn in places, but stick with it. It is really good. It's quite a stylized view of the subject matter.
Right.
But yeah, all in all, I would say, yeah, highly recommend it.
Cool. Okay.
Okay,
That's
I'll put it
cool.
on my list.
Yeah. Stick that on the list.
Is it got Michael B.
but-
Jordan, Jack O'Connell's in this as well.
Okay.
Let's see who else would I see in there as well.
Is the thing you're not going to spoil? Is it lawn darts? Is that the horror?
For fuck's sake, Lee! Cheers. Thanks for that, man. You've really spoilt it for everyone now. Good Lord.
Is it wasps at a picnic?
Yes, it's all that.
Fucking
It's
hell.
many different things.
See, I've seen too many films about lawn darts, so I'm going to have to take off the list now.
Dancing with lawn, dancing
With lawn
lawns.
darts.
Yeah. Well, this is a way of viewing those lawn darts. I think you'll find, Elton. You know, it's a little slightly different take on them. You know.
A different kind of take on them. Sometimes the pointy end is on the other side.
Yeah.
We
And in
are
most
the lawn
films-
darts, yeah?
Yeah.
The three-pronged lawn dart is America. That's what it is. It's deep. It's deep.
You see, a lot of films about lawn darts, they're often thrown, whereas these lawn darts are more installed.
Oh.
So, you know, I know. How are they going to manage that? I hear you ask. Well, that's for you to find out by going to watch the film.
Sinners, the lawn dart story.
Yep. But that's just between us, okay?
Yeah. Us and the 12 people who still listen to this podcast. Yes.
Yep. Hello, our listener in North Korea.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. There'll be a purge.
Will there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Every time they appear, and then we mention them, and then they vanish again.
Yeah, they're on the run. Moving targets harder to hit. Yes.
Anyway, yes. So show your lawn darts, lawn dart and proud.
Indeed.
Anyway,
Indeed.
sorry. Go on, carry on.
So yes, going on. What else have I seen? I don't know if I mentioned this last time. I don't think I did. But I started watching the BBC production of Dracula. That one that was on about a year or so ago.
Oh, the Mark Gatiss, Stephen Moffat one. Yeah.
Yes.
The
yes.
3-part one.
The 3-part one. Yeah.
Yes.
Now I've only seen the first because they are literally like small movies. These things, I think, they're like an hour and 20, hour and 30 minutes long each.
Yep.
So it's not like a 40-minute job or a 50-minute job. There's a couple of train journeys involved in that one for each episode. But I've got to say, the main female lead in this, and also the guy who's actually playing Dracula, are absolutely brilliant. In this, especially Dracula himself.
The class bang.
Yeah,
Right?
him.
Oh, yeah.
Him. He's fantastic as Dracula. I just love his whole demeanor and his delivery of his lines as well. The way I think it gets better once he goes from his original kind of form to how he looks and how he sounds as he goes on through.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, it's a rather sort of familiar accent he takes on, which it just adds something to the dry delivery
Oh, right.
of the actual script. He's really, really good. That's all I'm going to say. I enjoyed watching him perform. Anyway, it was great. But also his sort of like the human counterpart, who's this nun, who's kind of fencing with him verbally. It's the sort of the exchanges between those two are fantastic. Loved it. She's got a really, really good sort of attitude, shall we say. I can't give too much away. But yeah, again, fantastic piece of TV. I've liked it so far. I don't know where it's going to be for the rest of it, but I will get eventually on to the last two bits because I think it digs in time a little bit in some of these. So
Cool.
so that's a good one. A film I watched today, The Founder. Have you heard of that one?
Is that Michael Keaton as the guy who set up McDonald's?
Yes. Yes. In a way, shall we say? He's the one that kind of the guy who plays Ray Kroc was the man who was instrumental to bringing McDonald's to everyone's attention.
Yeah,
basically, because it starts off as like a small burger restaurant that has a rather unique way of operating, and that's what catches his attention. Because normally in America, diners at the time, back in the 50s, were all things like you got served your dinner or any meals on a plate and stuff like that, and you could eat them in your car. And it's like when he first goes to order a meal, he orders it, and they automatically give him a bag full of the stuff he's just ordered. And he's like, "What's this?" And he's like, "Well, that's your dinner. That's your food." He's like, "But I've just ordered it." He's like, "Yeah, well, it's already done. It's ready for you to take and eat."
Right.
He's like, "Well, where's my knives and forks?" He goes, "No, we don't have any. You just take this. You go and eat it anywhere you like." And so he's kind of, what is this?
It's a revolution.
It is a revolution, and it was a revolution because you get to see how diners operated mainly. And it's like a lot of the time when people ordered food, the food orders took about half an hour to turn up, and then a lot of the time they were wrong. So,
nothing's changed much.
Not really.
Nothing's changed. And I mean, I might actually put this one on the docket because I thought it was a good film. It's one of those ones where you learn a bit about the history. I don't know how true, how close to the truth it is, but let's just say there was a bit of, if any of this film was true, then there was a lot of underhanded dealing going on to get McDonald's from what it was to where it is now. All due to this one bloke, Ray Kroc. His methods weren't, shall we say, very friendly at all. Not to the original owners. And it's out there anyway. You can read all this, the history of McDonald's and where it came from, who did what deals, and who was involved with what. But it mainly centers around Ray Kroc and the original owners of the McDonald's name.
Cool.
So that was good. Really enjoyed that. Lots of good performances in that one. And then last of all, The Last of Us season 2.
Okay.
Wow. That's all I can say about this is wow. And even though it may not be following the game sort of like, beat per beat, trust me on this. It's enough. There's enough in there to make you go, "Yep, this is an adaptation of that thing I played." Definitely.
Yes. See, I haven't started season 2 yet, so worth a go then.
Oh,
I would say don't get put off by, because I've heard some people were saying, "Well, it's a bit slow on the first episode."
Oh, I don't give a shit about anyone else's opinions. I listen to you guys and my friends, and that's about it.
I would say just.
I like the definition there. I listen to you guys.
I don't listen to experts. I listen to you guys.
And I don't listen to you. I just listen to you guys and my friends. That was the bit. Yeah. The and my friends.
I did mean that.
that was a bit fucking rough. I listen to you guys and my friends.
You know I don't have any friends, so I just listen to you guys.
Yeah, that bit in parenthesis, that was very, very distinct. It was like, I don't listen to all those, other opinions. I just listen to you guys.
It's almost
and my friends.
Yeah, it's said in true internet health expert fashion. I think. There you go.
Fine. Won't contribute anymore. That's it.
Come back, Elton. Come back.
I won't even listen to you guys anymore. I'll just listen to my friends. I'm off. Goodbye. Jesus.
No, Elton, please believe me, it's good TV. It's still good TV. The guys who write this show, the way they adapt it is nothing short of amazing.
It's
this
the
is-
writer
this
of the game.
Yeah, but you know what? There are people I'm sure which have been. I mean, we had fucking. We've had comic book writers and people like that involved in adapting stuff before, and they haven't been very good because it's like the way they write only works well on the original medium.
Walking
So,
Dead, I'm looking at you.
Sorry?
Walking
Who?
Dead, I'm looking at you.
Oh, Kirkman, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he kind of
Yeah.
bailed on it about halfway through, didn't he? Mm.
Well, we had to keep the rent up, so he thought, "I'll just fucking write some." There we go.
Mm.
It's back with a vengeance, and I would say it's chugging along just as well as season 1 for writing quality.
Yep.
Really, really good. You won't be disappointed.
Mm.
Cool. I'll tell my
Yeah.
friends.
You tell them that, yes.
Tell
You tell your friends, other friends that you know, other people that you know outside of that friends group
Yep.
said 'twas good.
Yeah, yeah. The people I talk to at night, I'll tell my friends what they thought.
The creatures that swarm around my house during twilight hours. Yes, they said it was good. They watch it also. And Strictly Come Dancing. But let's not talk about that.
Yes, yes. Pedro Pascal is very much on par.
Yes.
But anyway, it's good. Yes, good. Mash good.
Yes.
That's good. Sorry.
Yes.
I don't know where that was
So,
coming from.
So yes. All bloody lovely. Thank you very much. And that's me done. I'm
That's
out.
you done. Okay, well,
Peace out, motherfucker.
peace out. Well, you've done Last of Us, so I'll just leave. I'll just say yes. I've done that. I've watched that. Done watch that. But also I've got two things. One is a video game, so I'll get that bit out of the way first. I've been playing The Blue Prince,
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh yes.
which is a puzzle game, and to cut a long story very, very short, it's one of those games where you have to go through it a million times and basically solve hundreds of puzzles to get to a specific room 46. I won't spoil too much of it, but the mechanic is that you go into a room and each room will have a set amount of doors, and you click on the door and then it offers you an option of 3 other rooms that could be beyond that door, and you pick which one you want. But each room has its own puzzles, resources, things that you can pick up, things that you can find, clues, all that kind of stuff. So it's a bit like a card game as well. So like how you could randomly draw like certain cards. It's that kind of thing. You've got a deck of rooms, and you go, okay, I'm in the foyer. There's a room in front of me, a room to the left, room to the right. I'll go through the room to the right, go through the room to the right, and it says, okay, you can have an observatory, which has a left-hand turn, or you can have a pantry, which will give you food, which will allow you to go a little bit further in the game. Or you can put in there a closet, which won't go anywhere. It'll be a complete dead end, but it has items in it you could use in other rooms. And so you have to basically figure out how to best play your deck of rooms. But in each room are clues and puzzles and logic problems and observation problems and all sorts of mad shit that you just go, I didn't see that on the first playthrough. But then after you've gone through another room, found another clue, you'll go, oh, I understand how to fix this problem now, and how to fix this clue, and how to do this puzzle and get more stuff and progress the story as well as the actual game. It's a little bit random number generator, so you can sometimes find yourself playing it for about 5 minutes and going, fuck it, that's the end of that day. I can't do anything more because I've got 3 dead ends and that's the end of it. And in other days, other games you'll play and you'll be right up to room like 45 and you'll go, great, and then you'll run out of keys or something like that. You can't open any more doors. You'll be like, fuck! So there's a lot of that sort of thing. And then sometimes you play a game because it plays on days. So you play a day, and then you hit the end of the day, you reset, the map resets, and you start from scratch again, but with the knowledge that you built up from the previous day.
Okay.
So nothing's
Interesting.
permanent. So it's like if you always know that, like, for example, the observatory, if you go in that room, you'll always find an apple. You'll always see a clue for a particular puzzle. You'll always find the observatories pointing towards a star, which if you move it to the left, you'll find out another clue. If you know that, then great. That's it. You know, you can always lay down an observatory and you can find that stuff. And if the game resets, you at least have the clues that observatory gave you to something else. Brilliant. Okay. And there's lots of stuff like that where you play through, deliberately lose just because you've got a new room and you want to try out another run, but with the clues that you got from the previous room. It's a very complicated kind of thing to explain, but it's been fun. And I've pretty much done it. It's like a 9 or 10 hour playthrough. But, yeah, the random number generator gets right on my tits. So I've kind of had to stop now. Because it's like, I know what I need to do. I just need the cards to fall in the right way for me to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is annoying. Anyway, it's on every single platform known to man. From Steam to Steam Deck to PlayStation to Xbox to fucking handheld to Etch-a-Sketch. It's like, it's on everything.
ColecoVision?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. In television, it's on an Atari.
CFAX.
Yeah,
Yep.
Atari 2600, it's all there.
Jupiter Race.
Yeah. Yeah, the Vectrex.
Fantastic.
It's on a Vectrex. So it's called the Blue Prince, as in Prince, as in King and royalty. However,
As in blue, it's, did you hear the one about two nuns in a bath?
yeah. Yeah. Alice, who the fuck is Alice? No, anyway. So, but it's also blueprint, as in blueprint of the room, because that's the layout of the house. But it's done in a first-person perspective. It's good. It's well worth checking out. If it goes on sale, definitely check it out. If you're unsure, watch a couple of videos, but don't watch too much because it will spoil the joy of uncovering the clues. Because there's a few times where I looked at it and I was like, oh, cool, I understand now. And you suddenly twig one of its myriad puzzles, and you're like, oh, cool. And it feels really good to complete a puzzle. I don't know what, it's just visceral. You've figured it out. It's like being in the adventure game. Grunda, Your Majesty. It's like you suddenly go, oh, I get it now. You know, just that. When they figure it out, like how the coins work, you'll be like, fucking yes, I got it. It's like that. The only other thing I've done, I've been, had Easter things, just going to meet some Aussie relatives and that kind of thing uptown. But the only other thing I've done is I've finished Daredevil, Born Again.
Mm-hmm.
And it hit the end, and I think I felt two things. One, I want to see another Punisher show. And two, the whole of season 1 was just setting up for season 2. Every single bit of it. You get to the very end and you just go, oh, you've just been queuing everything up, really. This is like a prologue rather than an actual story. So
Right.
we'll have. So the jury's out on it. Basically, I started off thinking I didn't like it. Then I got into it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I actually do like it." And then by the end, I'm like, "Ugh." So yeah, season 2 will determine whether or not I liked season 1 based on how it goes. But I know they're filming it, so yeah, that was that. And the other thing which we're watching right now is on Netflix, and it's called The Residents.
Oh, right. Okay.
And this will either turn you off instantly or win you over to it without me saying another word. It's kind of like a TV show version of a Knives Out style mystery.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, it has all the same elements of a Knives Out type mystery. So what you've got is someone, I won't say who because let you uncover it as it goes. But someone is murdered in the White House, and during a state dinner with the Australian government, which leads to a number of very funny jokes about Hugh Jackman and Kylie Minogue, who does actually star in it. And and they keep cutting back to Hugh Jackman, and Hugh Jackman they obviously haven't got, so they keep showing him from the back or something like that, trying to entertain the staff, going, "I can dance all night," sort of thing. But it's very quirky, and essentially they bring in a detective, this lady called Cordelia Cupp, and she is a twitcher. She does birding. She loves birds, but she's highly observational. She's really sharp and very, she's very much on the money. But she interviews people by saying nothing and just staring at them until they sort of burble everything out. And essentially, the whole thing takes place over one night. There's 8 episodes. It takes place over one night, and essentially she goes in there, this murder happens, and she gets the FBI and the CIA and the New York Police Department to lock down the White House. And so basically the White House is locked down, so you've got the staff in there who hate the incoming and outgoing sort of presidents and all his retinue. They hate that. Then you've got the president and the diplomatic staff from the Australian contingent, and you've also got all the family around the president as well. So you got his drunk mother. You got his brother, who's played by Jason Lee.
All right.
Who's a complete mental fuck up who literally just wanders around the White House in his dressing gown, nicking hors d'oeuvres off of tables and cool, and sometimes gets so lonely and starved for attention he takes enormous shits just so that an engineer will come up and unplug his toilet. So you get the sort of sense of kind of where we are with it, and it's got this really mad time hopping kind of thing where it kind of hops to different parts of the day, following a person's confession or revelation or information that they're dropping. So they might drop some stuff and tell Cordelia at like 10 o'clock, and then she might come back and talk to them at like 12 o'clock, and then might come back to them at like 2:15. But they tie it all together in one episode, so it's like that one person just explaining themselves, but they kind of contradicting themselves and going wrong, and she's putting it all together. It's quirky, it's funny, it's strange. It has a lot of DNA of Knives Out kind of vibe, and it has a nice line of sort of us and them kind of sort of subtext underneath it as well. It's well worth a look if you're looking for that sort of thing. If you're looking for quirky and odd and weird and a little bit funny, I would recommend it. If anything about Knives Out, especially Glass Onion, sort of puts you off, the quirky investigator, the everyone's an oddball, the sort of endless clues and sort of asides. If any of that puts you off, then don't go near it. But I'm enjoying it. We've got 3 episodes left to go out of 8, and we've done 5 of them in about 2 days. So, yeah, worth a look, I think. And that's it for me. That's it, really. So, before we go into the review, as I said, last week's movie gained us 0 feedback. Nil point on the feedback. Nobody wanted to talk about Sisu. So, instead, we have some questions.
Okay.
There are more questions than answers.
Yep. So we got questions and answers in Asking for Trouble. And this week, if you want to leave any questions, you can just go on the Facebook group or you can hit me up in the usual channels. I'll tell you all that later, but you should know it by now, for goodness sake. But anyway, the first question. Okay. The first one I'm looking at, Anne-Marie Organ. If you could redesign a horse, what would you change?
Wow.
I mean, if you're going to come on, you got a film podcast, a geeky podcast. Horses is where you come to for horse rearranging.
I've got an idea.
Yep,
okay. The first thing I do, I would give it a proper steering wheel.
Yeah,
Possibly a gear shift. I don't know, a handbrake. Yep, that.
I would have a valve that leaked glue, so that they didn't have to get put down and turned into glue. They could just produce glue. I mean,
okay.
I'm just it's just
It's a choice. It's a choice.
You hear about them going to glue shops and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because they're really big into DIY and crafting as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can't you just put a tap in them like a maple syrup tree?
Yeah, you could do.
We might be a bit fuzzy on horse biology. Just point that out there.
Yeah, I wouldn't come to us for any kind of horse, horse husbandry. I mean,
Yeah.
we're not
We're not bronies.
No,
we're not going to be guest stars
we're
on All
not.
Creatures Great and Small anytime soon, I think.
I tell you what I would do. I would make their legs stronger. If I was going to redesign a horse, they'd have like proper thick legs. Because for an animal that seems to be able to leap and run fast, it seems to have twigs for legs.
Have you ever been kicked in the bollocks by a horse? Because I think you'll find their legs are strong enough, mate. Really,
Yeah?
honestly, yes.
Have you seen?
Is
the
there a
Grandmas?
story here?
Yeah, I was going to say there's oddly specific there, Dal.
I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I see, for me, I would do something about the tail.
Oh yeah,
Longer, spikier, so they could get those irritating little men off their back.
yeah, that's it. Yeah,
I mean, as it is, it's great for the horse flies, but nothing for the plague of jockeys in stupid colours.
yes.
Like a scorpion's tail. Oh.
Yeah, you need something more like that, like "fuck off, you little cunt." I'll give you the 2-1 at Chepstow.
Yeah, that's it.
So I believe that's how they talk.
All horses talk
Cockney
like
and foul-mouthed.
that.
They do. I'll give you odds-on favourite to
If
die.
you ever heard a horse fart, you'd be certain of that.
Yeah. Oh, better out than in. Anyway.
Give it 5 minutes and I'll leave that from above you.
Yeah.
That is not an apple, sunshine.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to leap over the chair? Try this. Hey. Well, I think that's been answered. I think that's totally answered.
Seat belts as well.
Seat belts.
Airbags. Airbag.
I'm not going to say what I was just about to say, so I will leave that.
Saddlebags. No. Stop.
Easy. We
No
get
good.
Princess Anne joke territory. Easy.
No. Yeah. Okay. Well, I consider that answered. I think we've redesigned the perfect horse. Thick legs, leaks glue, has a scorpion's tail, saddlebag, steering wheel, and airbags. I think that's perfect.
Insurance, third-party fire and theft.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Ejector seat, heated plunge pool, roof garden.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
A radio. There we go.
Yeah, yeah. Radio.
A reclining sofa. Yes.
DAB digital radio. Yeah, I think that's all good. Yeah.
Recording studio.
Yeah.
Oh, recording studios. Yeah. Indeed.
A con tower for Sean Connery and Sam Neill to stand on. Yeah, I think it's good. Yeah.
And a collection of wonderful biscuits and teas made as
Cup
well.
holders.
We can have that. Cup holders. Yes, cup holders.
How could we have been so blind? How could we have been so blind and not known that? That's perfect, Elton. Perfect. Right. Now that we've designed a perfect horse, someone else going off and draw it, because I'm not doing that. Anyway, right.
Sandwich maker as well.
Yeah,
You know, when you get a bit peckish, you know, when you're out there riding and you think, oh, I could just have a cheese and ham toasty. That's what I love.
Some kind of flotation device.
A roof rack as well. Every time I load up the boot of the horse, it just fills up, and you can't see out the
Rudimentary
rear view
lathe.
window.
What are you doing with a boot of a horse? When did the horse get a boot?
Fill it up, and then you need a roof rack. So maybe
Is this something you want? Is this something you want to tell us, Elton? Because we didn't put a boot on the horse. What have you been doing to the horse?
Oh.
You're filling up its boot, are you, Elton?
I like big horse and I cannot lie. Another look. Anyway,
Okay, let me just write a note. Don't
tell
say
tell 'em.
anything when talking about horses. Right, there we go.
horse booty. No filling up the horse booty. Right. Well, then now that we have designed the perfect horse and, of course, pissed off Elton about boots and horses, let's move on to the next one. Next one. Happy Dave Renane. You have a time machine. We love time machines in this questions thing.
Oh, God, here we go. Right,
You have a
go on.
time machine and unlimited budget. Your mission is to recreate one of your favourite old school UK comics for the big screen. However, there is a catch. You have to cast an equally old school children's entertainer character in a significant role. It doesn't have to be a main character, but definitely more than a cameo. So, for example, and this is the key because this is going to tell you where David Renane's brain was going,
Mm-hmm.
right? Jimmy Savile as Judge Death, or Rolf Harris as the voice of Nasher.
God's sake.
Timmy Mallet
Get
as
his
Canada
band.
in Akira.
Nice.
Um,
Tetsuo! Mallet, doink. Mallet, doink. Tetsuo! You can't say yes, you can't say no.
How about mind you, he said Jimmy Savile, so
Yeah, well, all bets are off. The doors have been opened, and we can all blame David now.
Howard Shipman as Doctor Who?
Fred and Rose West doing DIY disasters. I don't know. What do you want?
Oh, I like this idea. I like this.
Yeah, I think we've gone off the UK comics for the big screen,
that's
but
true,
Yes.
but I think yeah, yeah, the Bash
Okay.
Street
Okay.
Kids played by Hills Angels. Sorry, go on, carry on.
Let's see. Old style comic.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm.
Is it- I don't know.
Well, let's go through the old style comics. You got the Dandy,
Yep.
the Beano. We got Whizzer and
Well,
Chips.
which bits though? That's the thing, is it? Because I don't know why I just thought of this. Derek Griffiths as the Leopard of Lime Street. I don't know.
Okay, going into
Heads and tails.
the
Sorry,
Beano, we can have
Yep.
Liz Truss as Ivy the Terrible.
Desperate Dan. Oh, sorry.
Ivy the Terrible. How about oh god. How about I'm trying to think. Let's just think.
I got
it's got to
one.
be old school children's entertainer or a character in a significant role. I don't know how far back you go.
Roll. Okay.
Yeah.
You see, I do Dan Dare and have Peter Sallis as Digby.
Oh, Peter Sallis as Digby.
Maybe actually I have Peter Sallis as Dan Dare.
Oh yeah, no,
Peter
do this there.
Sallis.
Yeah.
No. But have Peter Sallis as Digby, and for Dan Dare, you'd have Kenny Everett
Oh, nice.
because he pretty much did that with Captain Crimmon.
Yes, yeah.
There you go. That's actually good. I like that.
Hold on.
No, Brian Kent. Brian Kent as Dan Dare. There you go.
Yes, yeah, I like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
hang
there
on
we
a
go.
minute. Hang on a minute.
What? Where are we going now?
Oh
What's
no,
happening?
I'm staying with the Dan Dare thing.
Go on.
Hang on, I'm just looking up the name of the.
The Mekon.
Ronnie Corbett is
Yeah.
the
Oh yeah, that works better. Okay, fair enough.
No, go on. Who are you going to have the Mekon? Go on.
I was going to have Mr. Bronson as the Meekan.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Mr. Bronson. That's good. That's a good one. Yeah. Yeah.
Bill Maynard as Corky the Cat. Lee.
It's a challenging one, isn't it?
Challenge accepted.
It's a challenge, but not impossible.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I can't think of it. Any more? Can we think of any more comic? Right, hold on. I've got to go for British comic book characters. Right, here we go.
Okay, hold on. Oh, you Googling something up? He's
Yeah.
Googling it up. He's
Oh.
Googling it up.
Because I'm pretty sure, I'll probably know them when I see them. I'll be, oh yes, of course, that one and that one.
Well, what about the Harlem Heroes? Or was it? What's the other one? All the stuff from Doom, Star-Lord and Commando and all those kind of comics as well.
Oh god, there's tons then. Yeah.
Yeah, there's loads of those kind of things.
let's see, British wrong'uns to star as
British
comic book
wrong'uns.
heroes.
Yeah.
I thought that's what the original thing was, when they're British wrong'uns to star as British comic book characters.
Yeah. Was it?
Two Ronnies doing Rojaws and Hammerstein.
Oh God, yeah,
For-
yeah.
for
that
Rose
Ghostbusters.
Jaws.
Yes.
I've just realised. I am this old, today old, because
Yep.
I've just realised Rogers and Hammerstein, Rojaws and Hammerstein.
Yes.
Oh my fucking god! Oh my god! I was reading 2000 AD since the 70s, and it's only just now, literally today, 2025, nearly 50 odd years later, and that gag has just landed. Oh my fucking god! Oh, I need to go lie down now. I've made this. I haven't felt this stupid since I realised about the name of the pilot in Airplane. You know, the blow up one.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Otto.
Yeah.
Autopilot,
Yep.
Yeah.
as in autopilot.
Mhm.
Yeah, I only realised that a couple of weeks ago. Oh my god, I'm such a dullard. I really am.
Jesus.
I need to go.
In fairness, 2000 AD is full of those sneaky little jokes, though.
Rojaws and Hammerstein. Oh
that
my
go
god.
over your kids' heads and everything else. There was one that got me recently. I can't remember what it was. I was like, no, fucking course. I just noticed that. Like, duh.
Fucking
hell.
Rojaws and Hammerstein. Oh my god, that's done my head in. That's really done my head in.
Okay, if we're opening the market to people who are not British wrong'uns, but just sort of like notable.
Jeff Capes as Rojaw. No, Jeff Capes as
Max
Mongo.
Zero.
What?
Minnie the Minx. No?
Minnie the Minx. Yeah, yeah. It's was it Lord Snooty?
Yes. What was the
Mm.
other one I just had one here.
Mm. Okay.
No,
Well,
it's
no.
it's gone.
Okay, well, we'll do one more question, and if it comes to you
Yeah.
while we're, because there's two questions here, I'm keeping one in the bank, and then we'll go to another one. We'll have those for next week. If anybody else wants to leave any questions, by the way, do go on to the Facebook group, facebook.com/group/the Black Dog Podcast. Oh, there you go.
I've
And then
got one.
leave a question on the pinned post. Black Dog asking for trouble. It's pinned at the top. Anyway, go on, Dal. Who you got?
I'd say starring as Captain Britain, Magnus Pike.
Spike.
This is a
Fucking
very niche part of the Black Dog.
I was going to say,
Um,
only people of a certain age and
Yes.
of a certain area of the entire planet will know this. This sort
Indeed.
of stuff.
Yeah.
Gordon, what was it? Is it Gordon? Who is it? Gordon Byrne of the Krypton Factor.
Yep.
Yeah, was it him?
Gordon Byrne was, he was the guy who used to who used to run it. Yeah, or
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, of the Krypton Factor. I was going to have him as Pug from the Bash Street Kids. Why? I don't know. It just came to me. Right. Okay. I'll tell you what. We'll leave that one, and we'll go to the last question for this week. Like I say, there's two. I don't want to ask one because it might just go on for far, far, far too long. So I'll ask the other one, which was Martin Thompson, who said, "When was the last time you used a public payphone, and why?"
Crikey.
Blimey Christ.
I have no idea.
The last time I used a public payphone was on a very ill-fated trip where I was going to go down to see a friend, an old college friend, I'd not seen for a barbecue at his house. And it was supposedly, I was living in Lancaster at the time, he was in Wales. It was supposedly a simple two-train journey. You got the train from Lancaster to Preston, you changed at Preston, I could get a train there to Wales. However, it ended up, for some reason, there was problems, and I ended up in fucking Doncaster, the other side of the country, and not a clue where the connecting train was. No information whatsoever, because it was a Saturday. And at the time, neither of us had mobiles, so I was ringing on the payphone. She's like, "I'm not coming. I'm just going home. I don't know where I am. I don't know where the fucking train is. Someone's getting a fucking strongly worded letter about this utter bullshit." It was the worst stranger that I've ever had.
Right. Fair enough.
I think that's the last time I used a public phone. Yeah.
Okay. Darren?
What?
I don't know. When was the last time you ate an apple? Fuck's
Oh,
sake.
well, I don't know.
What do you think?
No,
I was gonna
I
ask.
said I don't remember when the last time I used a telephone box at all.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully it
Elton?
wasn't to go to the loo, but you know,
No.
They
Elton?
do that in that London, don't they? I noticed that.
they do.
Yeah.
Who's taking a shit in the yellow pages?
Yellow pages. It's not just for it's for the small things like taking a shit in the toilet. No. it's
Good
for
old
the-
yellow pages. They were white when we put them in this booth.
Yeah. Exactly. Elton.
I think
Hmm.
the last time I can remember was when I was stuck in Dover years ago. I think it was Dover. I'm not too sure. I was coming back from Belgium on a school trip, and the coach drivers were arrested for drug smuggling.
Nice.
And so then I had to let my mum and dad know that we were stuck at the port waiting for new drivers and coaches to turn up because the coaches had gone into quarantine.
Nice. Okay. Okay. My one, the last one I know, I didn't use the phone. I just used the phone box. I went for an interview. I think I might have said this before. I went for an interview. Went to Double Negative Visual Effects House. I did a very good interview. Did very well, and then in an ill-advised moment, they asked me why was I leaving where I was, which is currently where I am. So make of that what you will. And I said because these people are very boring, and I thought I was having a rapport with these people, and they said, okay, well, you know, that's no problem, but we'll get back to you. And I said, oh well, thank you very much. And I thought I was having a rapport with them, so I said, don't take too long because this place I work at is so boring. I'll probably be found hanging by my tie in the men's toilets before too long.
Oh dear.
And I thought that was a funny thing to say because I thought I had a bit of a rapport with them, as I have already said. But I saw their faces drop, and then the person who got me my foot in the door to the interview phoned me up about 5 minutes later and went, "What did you do?" And I was like, And then I realised, and I played it all over in my head like some kind of mad flashback. And then I thought, I've managed to completely fuck that so bad. And I was slightly overwhelmed with emotion, and I went into a phone booth, the red box phone booth, and I had a little cry. Because I knew I'd made such an absolute arse of it. So, yeah, that was the last time I used a phone booth. So that was 2016, I think it was. There you go. To put a precise date on it. Hope Rob's not listening. Anyway, so there you go. If anybody wants to ask another question, by all means do so. You know the place. Go to the Facebook group and drop a message. Like I say, we got one from Dave Thompson. We'll get to that next week. And if you want to leave any other questions, we'll answer those. And also, if you do want to have a little cry in a phone booth, maybe look for one that doesn't have like the smell of piss emanating from every pore of the paintwork, because it kind of undermines the sort of the emotion of the moment. Anyway, right, we'll leave it there. Moving on, so it doesn't, keep it light, keep it lightly, and let's roll the jingle. And when we come back, we'll be over the top. You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever bring you down. Let's roll the jingle.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Enormous SUV driver.
Mr. Enormous SUV driver.
Your mammoth machine strikes the perfect balance between the towing capacity of a tractor-trailer and the sleek styling of a tractor-trailer.
Keep on trucking.
Lesser men might say a 26-cylinder engine is overkill, but someday they'll have to tow a cruise ship into dry dock, and that's when they'll come crying to you.
I got the towing package.
You've got a tough choice to make. Fill up the tank or relieve the national debt.
Fill her up.
So truck on home and grab a Bud Light Enormous SUV guy. If you're going to compensate for something small, go really, really big.
Mr. Enormous SUV driver.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Right, so Over the Top is a 1987, well done Elton, American sports drama film starring Sylvester Stallone as Lincoln Hawk, a long-haul truck driver who tries to win back his estranged son while becoming a champion arm wrestler. It was produced and directed by Menahem Golan, and the screenplay was written by Sterling Siliphant, which feels like
Sounds like a pseudonym to me, doesn't it?
Exactly what I was about to say. Sounds like a pseudonym, Sterling Siliphant, and Stallone himself. It also stars Stallone and Robert Loggia, Susan Blakely, and David Maidenhall in the supporting cast. The the film had a budget of $25 million. How much do you think it made worldwide, Jim?
30 million very unconvincing arm wrestlers.
Darren?
I think it made instant sweat.
Elton?
Son.
Fucking hell, he only got it right. No,
I'm confused and aroused. I don't know why.
Well, actually, you're all wrong. It actually earned one truck cab wanking machine Yes, it is my bag, baby. Sylvester Stallone, arm wrestling, arm stimulator machine in his cab. That's what it earned.
Beautiful.
But you couldn't hear it because it was done by a fucking montage. Anyway, so no, actually, it actually earned at the box office. Now, bearing in mind the budget was 25 million, it earned worldwide 16 million.
Wow. Wow.
Under the top.
Yes, under the line.
counter.
Yes, so it will come to you as no surprise that Warner Brothers have stated that it was a box office bomb. Yeah, there you go.
Really?
Yeah, they came out and said it like anyone needed telling at that point. Right. So let's go round the table. Elton, you picked this.
Mm-hmm.
You picked this.
Yep, I did. Yep, that was me.
Yep.
So you will go last,
Okay.
and before the spoiler zone, because I mean, obviously, spoiler zone for this, really. Let's go around the table, non-spoiler version, and we'll start with you, Jim. How did you find Over the Top?
I think it's brilliant. It's a perfect 3.5 minute single, a classic team up between Motorhead and the Damned as Motordam. Absolutely phenomenal. B-side cover of Ball and Bridge by The Sweet. Can't go wrong. Next.
Brilliant. Darren.
It was a let's see now. It was a film. It kind of happened. It was so many minutes long. And things went on in it. A few kind of, there was some expressions on people's faces. There was a badly made military blazer that fell apart quite easily. Buckets of sweat.
Right. You didn't watch it, did you?
No. No, I did. I have to follow the rules. We have to watch it, and I did watch it.
Yeah.
It's just it's an 80s movie, isn't it? In every sense of the word.
Jesus, is it? Yeah.
God, yes. I don't know what would you want me to tell you? What do you want me to say?
What can I say that lets me go home early?
Yeah, exactly. I've got a few video games I could be having my ass kicked at. What can I do? How can we move this on? How can we move on? How can we move on in the right direction
from this?
As a
Wasn't that one of
people?
the Sammy Hagar songs? How do you move
think
on
so.
in this direction?
I think it was during a montage while everyone's lips flapped and you didn't actually get any dialogue. Right. Okay. Well, for me, Over the Top did for sports films, what Jaws did for gardening. Absolutely fucking nothing. It was the stupidest fucking 90 minutes of my life that I've experienced in quite a while. I literally sat there with Carol, and within 2 minutes of the thing running, I went, I can tell you exactly what this is going to be. I can tell you how this plot's going to play out. And I can tell you that there's going to be like something right at the very end, which has everyone crying and everyone cheering. And then it will just go to black and be like, yeah, he did it. He did the thing.
He did the thing.
He did
It
the
was
thing.
a thing. Yes.
And sure enough, I was 100% on the money. I don't think this film can be spoiled. It's a unique experience. It can't be spoiled because you'd have to be some kind of brain dead vermicelli that had never once experienced cinematic experience at all. You'd have to literally have zero experience in storytelling, narrative direction, or anything to be surprised by a single solitary thing in this film. It is the film equivalent. Is the film equivalent of reading a sign that says, "If you step over this sign, you will step on a landmine," and then stepping over a landmine and being unsurprised that you have had your legs blown into two different directions. You just like, yeah, I probably should have seen that coming. This film is that. You just everything in it. You just go, yeah, I probably should have seen that coming. Oh, I did. Oh, there you go.
Oh,
it is anti-surprise. Yes. It is literally, you've got Kinder Surprise at one end, and you've got anti-surprise down the other. And right beyond that, way over there, so far over there, you can't read the sign that says anti-surprise, is over the top. It literally is an anti-cream egg. It's an anti-Kinder egg. You got the geezer who comes out and goes, "Chock-a-doobie," and gives you like a Kinder Surprise. And then down the other end, you've got Sylvester Stallone going, "I just turn my head round backwards and I become a machine. And you're like, right. Thanks for that. I wonder if you'll win when you turn your hat round backwards. Shock.
Do the thing.
He's turned the hat around. Oh my God. His hat's on backwards. His eyes are wide. Who knows?
Now he looks angry.
And you're the best around. Nothing gonna ever bring it down. Yeah. So yeah, roll credits. I'll tell you what, this film could have been, if you took all the musical bits out, this film could have been about 7 minutes long. Anyway, Elton, what did you think?
So, number one, you guys actually watched this. Wow. Excellent.
You made us watch it, motherfucker.
You're trolling us.
No, I watched it too. Don't worry.
Yeah, but you wanted to.
Yes, I did want to. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, this film has everything, I think. You have touching moments. You have...
I was touching moments. Yeah, go on.
You have action, adventure.
What?
Bonds of father and son.
What film were you
machinery.
Machinery.
Yep, lots of machinery.
Car chases?
Yeah, there was a car chase.
That wasn't a car chase.
That was a... It was. A person in the truck chased a car.
There was a kid.
Ergo, car chase.
There was a kid in a stolen car. He drove out into the middle of the road and he was being chased by a 40-foot long limo at 4 miles an hour. That's hardly a chase. That's more like a procession. That was a driving lesson.
It's a work of cinematic genius, this film. It's
don't say
glorious.
Anything you might regret. Don't say
Are
anything.
you being sarcastic?
Every single frame is worthy of a poster. I think it's glorious.
Does the poster have the caption underneath it, "Don't make this"? I'm just asking. Is it put up in every writer's room from here to fucking LA going, "Don't make this"? I'm just curious. What poster do you reckon it'll be on there, Nelton?
Definite warning signs. Don't climb this pylon.
Don't step on this mine. Chock-a-doobie, do not expect...
Do not play on railway tracks.
do not put head inside press and pull lever. No. Oh.
Do not put hand in vending machine. Homer, you still holding the can? No. Oh dear.
Yeah. Is it about warning about the dangers of steroid use or having an overdeveloped wanking arm?
It's just fucking brilliant, this film. I fucking love it. I think it's wonderful.
Just
It's
£2
so
can
good.
get Elton an education in cinema. You give your money. Yeah, go on. Sorry, mate. Go on.
It's just so good. I saw this years and years and years ago on VHS. I think this may have been one of the videos my granddad handed down to me. I don't know. Maybe one of them ones. But so I've got fond memories of this movie, and yeah, none of them memories turned up. I couldn't remember a single stroke on this film. And wow, what an emotional roller coaster ride I was presented with on this thing.
It's not a roller coaster; it just goes down. Just so you know, Elton, that's called a mine shaft.
I'm getting a bit seasick here.
Try not to swerve it. Try not to swerve it. Put your foot down. Foot down. That's it. You're getting the driver. You're getting the driver.
Can I ask you a question, sir? Are you a fucking idiot?
I don't remember Droopy being in this film.
No, that'll be the steroid use.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a film.
It's a film.
Barely, but it is.
Do you genuinely have fond memories of this film?
I do actually, yeah. Yeah.
All right. What?
But-
what
Yeah,
what-
I was younger. I was foolish. And
Is that what they're calling
clearly,
it these days?
I hadn't seen many movies either.
Right. I don't even want to run the spoiler zone. I don't want to run.
Can you spoil this thing?
That's what I was going to say. I'm not going to. If anything of this film is a surprise to you, dear viewer, even if you haven't seen it, just listen to what we're saying and tell me if you can't figure out what happens at the end. If you can't, if you genuinely find you're offended by any spoilers that we might give, maybe, just maybe, go sit outside, look up at the sky, and look at the sun. Just look directly into the sun. Because that'll help you.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, it will. You look into the sun and tell me that that's a surprise. What happens next? You'll never believe it because I just don't know. I don't know what to tell you. If you can be surprised, come on in. Let's just get on with it. Let's just get on with it. Fucking hell! I mean.
So, did anyone have any deep emotional connections with any of the characters that were portrayed? No.
Well, now you mention it, Elton. I mean, that's kind of triggered me there.
Maybe
to
the
get over
truck.
my,
I don't know.
To get over my my feelings, my deep feelings towards some of these characters. I mean, I really did feel it. But I'm just going to open this this little pot of Ambrosia Devon custard and eat it, just to get over it, because yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just reaching for a spoon. Right, here we go. That's my spoon. I'm just going to have a little bit of it now, just to calm myself. Oh, that's fucking gorgeous. That, yeah.
Don't go crazy now.
What about you guys? What's your favourite flavour of Ambrosia Devon custard? Is it the plain vanilla type, or is it
I think
chocolate one, or
you've got to go
strawberry?
plain. If I'm honest, I think you've got to go plain. I
mean,
think
this is pretty fucking special.
God,
It really
yeah.
is. Mm.
Yeah, there's no point. There's
Oh
no
my
point in
God.
flavouring it up. Jim, do you
No.
flavour up your custard or
Not if I can help it.
no? See, there's no point in flavouring your custard. I don't think.
Man, this is gorgeous. Wow.
I get the feeling you guys are diverting from the film at hand.
Right, what do you mean? What film? What film?
Hey, this is a food podcast. I don't know what you're on.
Yeah. Space dust and Coca-Cola. Is it the world's easiest hand grenade?
Will it make you go deaf?
What?
Well, you had that urban room like space dust. So you put a whole packet on your mouth and a mouthful of Coke, it would crackle so loudly it would deafen you. And that's why it disappeared from the shops. A scum kid would do that and blew his own ears out.
Oh,
Even better, what you do is you go to your cat litter tray and you replace all the cat litter in there with Pop Rocks, and then sit back and wait for the fireworks to happen.
Mm. Yeah. Oh,
Think about that image now.
yeah, no, that's a perfect image. I like that. Yeah. Sorry. Over the top. Can I ask a question? Because I'm not going to lie, Elton. I have zero emotional.
It's
attachment.
vanilla. Oh, sorry, it's not. We got.
No, I think you're right. It's vanilla.
Yeah,
It's always vanilla.
It's always been vanilla.
always vanilla. Always.
Yeah. What was wrong with Grandad Robert Loggia, who has all the money and hates the loser dad?
Mm.
Why is he portrayed as the villain? I'm only asking because the kid was getting the highest education.
Yep.
He was polite. He'd
Yep.
grown up to be a nice kid.
Had a good future in front of him.
Had a good future in front of him. Had a massive amount of money. And
Was in some sort of military organisation. I couldn't exactly pinpoint what that was.
no, and a grandfather who loved him, and a mother who loved him, even though that was only for as long as she needed to be on the phone.
Yep.
And then basically it's seen as a positive that the kid goes off in the end. Spoilers, who cares? In the truck, but the truck's shiny, and Sylvester Stallone earned $100,000 betting on himself.
Yeah, there's. Yeah.
So Sylvester Stallone is a wastrel, a gambler. He's got a dead end job.
He's a joker, a smoker.
A joker, a smoker, and a midnight toker.
Tell me, Mikey, do you ever hang around men's truck stops?
I mean, I would just like to say,
Do you like?
Have you ever been to
gladiator
an
movies?
arm wrestling contest?
I mean, I'm just gonna say this now because I know for a fact that a lot of listeners to this podcast drive trucks or haulage. I'm not disparaging that as a job. I'm disparaging Sylvester Stallone's job, which basically is portrayed as he drove one container and that was it, and he drove it about 100 yards and called it a night.
And he let his kid drive the truck as well.
Oh yeah,
He did.
yeah. So I'm just saying, nothing about Sylvester Stallone's character, such as it is portrayed in any kind of light which would make me think he's the hero, because he can't even turn up on time to his kid's graduation at the start of the film. But we can see him have a montage polishing the Hawk on the hood of his fucking truck, like the shiny Hawk.
He liked polishing things, didn't he?
Oh, he did like a polish.
And that
yeah.
was a euphemism.
No,
He is an absolute polisher.
he was a complete polisher. 110% polisher. But so he was happy. So he was happy to stop at a truck stop and polish that Eagle to an absolute buffing shine. He
like
was
it
happy.
owed him money.
Yeah, like it owed him money, and he beat it like it owed him money. Like it was, he beat it like a Cherokee drum, and he even went so far as literally waxing his tires.
Really?
Yeah, he did. You see him? He's got the fucking spray wax that he uses on
Not a
the
euphemism, then.
hood. No. Waxing his tires, no. I don't want to see Sylvester Stallone waxing his tires in a euphemism way.
Well,
But
actually, there is a film he did very early on in his career called Italian Stallion, in which you may see him waxing his tyres.
I remember that scene where he walked into that establishment and went, "I want a big chicken quick."
Sorry, you want a Greg's?
A big chicken quick.
Yeah. You know, what's that? Blue light. What you do to blue?
I was incredibly drunk at the time.
Woolly mammoth made a marzipan.
Pineapple. Ah!
We've said nothing about
There is nothing about the film.
I remember when I was in an arm wrestling competition. Yeah. Beef sandwiches. But I was incredibly drunk at the time.
Jim, do you have any deep insight into this movie?
No, I have questions. I have many, many questions.
Go on.
Because, I mean, we three just sat. I couldn't remember if I'd seen this or not, and because I was pretty sure I hadn't. But I thought, well, have I just blanked it from my mind?
Right.
And when I started watching that, no, I definitely remember this load of old bollocks.
Mm.
But the thing is, it's kind of in fairness to the film, and I'm going to try and be fair here.
Doing better than the rest of us.
Well, it wasn't as bad as I was expecting. Because I'd watched two Stallone in terrible movies this weekend. Because in a moment of weakness, I decided to watch A Working Man.
Oh my
which
lord!
is a new Statham film, which was co-written and produced by Stallone, and that was absolute fucking bollocks. Over the Top was better than that, but that isn't saying a lot. The thing is, by the time I got the end of this, I thought that wasn't too bad, but I feel like I've just sort of watched a précis of the movie, and somehow I missed the real movie. And she said, yes, it's like the bond between the kid and the dad. They had a montage and we'd got no dialogue.
Yep.
And it's like, why did he never get Stallone's letters? Apart from the fact they're probably done in crayon and covered in piss and shit and truckers cum. but was it Grandad who kept them from him? And if so, why is it in his mum's handbag? Is it his granddad's handbag? I don't know. Why did he leave?
Else in
We
his
don't
handbag?
know. You know what I mean? It's all these things that kind of these plot points are alluded to, but they're not there in the film.
Yeah, it's like,
And it's just absolutely baffling. It's kind of like,
yeah,
this is so strange. It's like getting the cliff notes of a film, and this is why AI is dumb, because people think, oh, it can précis things for you. Yeah, ask anyone who studied anything. Précis are fucking shit. They're useless because you get crap like this, where you get like bare details, but all completely unconnected. None of the bits that matter are in there, and that was over the top. It was written by AI before AI.
Yeah, it's. I mean, there's all sorts of shit like the granddad's supposed to be evil, but we never see anything other than he's got money and cares for the kid.
Yeah.
The the mum's dying of something, but is it heart? There was a problem to do with heart complications, but everything kind of points that it's not heart complications. The Sylvester Stallone does all this kind of manly shit to his truck because it's manly and he's polishing his machine and everything, and turns up late to the one thing he knew he had to turn up to, which was his son's graduation. Then acts like a spoilt brat when the kid goes, I don't want to go with you because I don't know who the fuck you are. And then he gets in the truck, says the truck's shit. And it's like, yeah, it is shit. Why did he bother polishing it for like 20 minutes in a fucking Kenny Loggins montage? And then you go, oh, well, maybe it's like a Millennium Falcon thing, you know, where it looks like shit, but it's all cool. No, truck does nothing. He sells it. Fuck it. He's just like, what? There's no attachment to the fucking truck.
I thought he got quite a good deal with that because since he had a moto crash with a truck and a fountain as well,
Mm-hmm.
and he still got $7,000 for that. So yeah, I thought he'd done all right.
And then he's got, and then he doesn't just turn up late to his son's graduation. He turns up late to his wife's funeral.
Yes, yeah, he
Half of the
did,
course.
didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, the only thing he turns up on time to, right, is actually the competition. So the most important thing is his competition. And then you look at like things like his son was at the funeral. He wants to speak to the son. So what does he do? Instead of talking to the son, he fucks off. Then what happens? The sun goes down. Nighttime sun, not sun.
Nighttime sun.
Nighttime sun. That's all I'm saying. The moon. That's it. The moon comes up. Sun goes down.
Nighttime sun.
Nighttime
Living
sun.
it up. Living it up.
Living it. I can feel it. Living it up.
Feel it.
Anyway. and Stallone turns up there in the middle of the fucking night. It's like, where's he been for the last like 4 hours? Where's he been? Did he not turn up to the fucking wake?
He gets in the truck. He's like, fucking hell, it's hot and sweaty in here. What's going on?
Yeah.
Oh, I said some ladies and stuff, you know.
Yeah. Then he goes, oh yeah, Wimpy Kid, a son of mine, I'm gonna teach you how to do, because the only thing you know how to do is arm wrestle. That's the most important thing. So he has an arm wrestle with 3 kids that he just finds at a truck stop.
3 ugliest kids he could find as well.
And another thing, why is everyone so fucking angry in this movie? Sit at a counter. Bloke comes up behind you. I hear you suck. You're going to fight me. I'm going to fight you. We're going to have an arm wrestle. Let's set up the fucking table. You're like, no? How about no? How about no? No, we have to see the kid watching his dad do the arm wrestle and win. And the kid's inspired. Except he's not. He goes, you're a grifter. And then suddenly this big bloke turns up and goes, is that your dad? It's like,
Yes, Satan.
do you want to be my daddy? I can be your daddy. It's like, oh, right. So responsible adult fucking Sylvester Stallone has left his son in a fucking truck stop alone with an 8-foot tall, balding, sweaty gorilla who goes, you on your own, kid? But no, it's okay. Sylvester Stallone's earned £100. He's earned £100 off that fucking arm wrestling match. Yeah, that's why we want to take the kid away, so he can live to be free from his evil grandfather who's got more money than fucking God. But it's okay. He's in a sweaty truck with random gorillas coming up between him going, are you on your own, kid? It's like, Jesus Christ. What is this fucking film?
Well, so if he's such a good arm wrestler, why is he making money arm wrestling? And I thought the whole point of the film was this sports drama about the sport of arm wrestling, but it's kind of, we see him do it in that opening truck stop, which was suspiciously like the Blue Oyster Club from Police Academy, frankly, redneck version, and then it's just go straight to Vegas. And it's what? No, this isn't how sports movies work. As cliched as they are, we're supposed to have some sort of work up the league. You know what I mean? And probably an injury. But no, none of that. I'm just going to go to Vegas and then make $100 billion and everything will be fine. Like, what?
But he's not even making $100 billion.
No,
It's like you put $7,000 down on a 20-1 bet. He's going to come away with, at best, 140 grand.
Yes.
We got told his truck's worth like 7. It's like, right, okay. And we get told that his truck that he's trying to win is worth 250,000. So it's like, oh, right. So he hasn't even won the down payment on a new truck. So he's got a truck plus enough money to fucking fuel it. Well done. That's it. Now we can make a company. What's your company going to be doing? Truck haulage. Wow. Keep those horizons broad, my friend. I'm glad you're aiming for something high. Aim high. And then he's gone the fucking phone to his wife. And his wife turns around and says to his dad.
Who the fuck is this? New phone.
Yeah. And new phone. Who this? and then she talks to the granddad and she goes, oh, Robert Loggia, why won't you let the son see Sylvester Stallone? And Robert Loggia goes, yeah, well, he's just a no good loser. He left you. And she goes, he had his reasons. Really? Would you like to tell us those reasons?
We never found out the reasons.
No, we
No,
never
no.
found out the reasons.
I mean, I assumed there was going to be a reveal that evil granddad had paid Stallone off. Or threatened to fit him up for dealing drugs, because that's kind of alluded to. Basically, he had to leave, or he was going to end up in Chokey. But no, none of people that. Nothing.
No, not a fucking thing.
And there's no kind of reason, kind of like backstory to him and his wife. You get the impression that they've been talking for years.
Mm-hmm.
But why doesn't she give his letters to Mike? It's just like, what? None of this makes a shred of sense.
Why doesn't he come back?
It
to
looks
her?
like he should, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
They just don't. Maybe there's a 3-hour cut and it's all on the cutting room floor. Or maybe Stallone and Silly Fint, or whatever his fucking name was, wrote this in crayon when they were pissed. I don't know. Either's plausible.
It's like the granddad was the overbearing father figure that didn't want his daughter to go out with the trucker, and so paid him off to get rid of him. And they had a kid in them, and but they're fucking adults. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah,
it's not like you're still living in his house or anything.
No, I
And if he's that rich, she's minted as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just...
I feel sorry for the kid if he was going through all his mum's stuff and then just, came across, something fell out. It's like, oh, Daddy, what's this?
There are some things don't go searching for your mum's stuff.
No,
because there might be one or two things there you don't want to find.
Don't go in that drawer.
Yeah. As soon as
that humming sound?
Yeah.
It sounds like a Black and Decker drill trying to make love to a washing machine on full spin.
I don't know. It keeps banging against the door.
Is it a vibration alarm on a phone? Do you think? Yeah, that's what it is.
But the other, I don't get any of it. And then when there's actually something where the kid, whenever there's actually a plot point which actually has dialogue, like the kid finds the letters. He finds the letters, and then instead of actually having the kid tell us what he's finding or come to some kind of realization, we see his lips flapping like he's in a fucking wind tunnel. And the music, and then we've got, I don't know, whatever the fuck it is, some kind of nasty ass fucking Giorgio Moroder fucking synth falling down a synth hole while someone's playing Real American Heroes. I salute you, Mr. Bad Toupee Man. That kind of music. It's just absolute fucking bollocks. And the kid's sort of saying things like, oh my God, I've realised all along that my father was wronged and grandfather did this, and it's all in the letters here. I can see it. It's amazing. I can see it. But no, instead of that, right, you get nothing. You just get Real American Heroes. Here's to you, hiding away letter person. He hides away the letters. You've been keeping the secrets from your kid. And he's like, it's a real bad night for the dead. And I mean, it's just, and the fucking music just so fucking awful.
God, the music was awful.
Yeah.
I mean, George Roadhouse does some good stuff, but in here, he somehow was given a truckload of cocaine and a truckload of cash saying, can you write some soft metal bollocks for us?
Yes.
And he didn't. It's just awful. I mean, and this is what they used to call soft metal. There's a whole series of albums of this sort of crap in the 80s.
Yep.
And just Sammy Hagar was on them.
Yes.
Maybe it should be Semi Hagar. Eh? Soft metal.
Semi Hagar. Yeah, I like it.
But oh God, it was atrocious. It was kind of like, oh God, this is why we invented grunge to kill this shit.
But it is, isn't it? It's just that music that's just so insipid. It's like someone's trying to jam a fucking tube of margarine through your ears. It's just like,
Well, it's trying to be exciting and emotional at the same time, and it does neither.
no, not even close. It's just, oh my God, the Sammy Hagar fucking Winner Takes It All song. Is that the one?
Really awful.
I mean,
it would work better if they had the theme tune to Winner Takes All, the Jimmy Tarbuck 80s quiz show. That would have worked a lot better.
Yeah, I think so.
Winner takes all. 'Cause winner takes all.
Yeah, but oh my God, the whole soundtrack is so on the nose. It's got all sorts of shit like I'm rolling down the road and I see the mountains beside me, and every single foot of the road is extremely difficult. I'm feeling my emotions. Look over there, there's a mountain. Look over there, there's a child. Oh, he's in the road. How can we survive? He's got his hair on backwards. Oh no! Wow, wow.
Were any of those songs written by Frank Stallone
Yes.
at all?
Yes,
Yes.
there
There
were.
were. With stunning lyrics like, have you ever seen a man with a face? Have you ever seen a burning
Yeah,
space?
The roll call of shame, if you want it. I've got the actual soundtrack album track listing here.
That's not to be
geez.
Semi
shouted
Hagar.
about, Jim.
No.
Yeah.
Semi Hagar, Winner Takes
Yep.
It All.
Yep.
Robin Zander, In This Country.
Robin
Larry
Bastard.
Green, Take It
Yep.
Higher.
Yeah.
Big Trouble, All I Need Is You. Frank Stallone, Bad Night.
Oh.
Kenny Loggins, Meet Me Halfway.
Yeah, you
Asia, Gypsy Soul. Giorgio Moroder, The Fight. Larry Green, Mind Over Matter. Eddie Money, I Will Be Strong. And there's been a reissue of this with fucking extended dance remixes of these fucking bits of bollocks.
Oh God.
But not the Frank Stallone one, tellingly.
No. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no. God, that's a completely different film. We're not doing that one yet. Paradise Alley. Paradise fucking Alley. There you go. Oh, here we go. The lyrics to In This Country, song by Robin Zander. This is the one, right? Listen to the lyrics. The miles go by like water under a bridge. Reach for tomorrow with a new sunrise. The road before us leading to what we need. Right from the start, follow your heart. Better to give than receive.
Do a fart.
Yeah. better to pitch than catch. Cause in this country our hearts are open, we are free to try again. When we be again, we believe. In this country our hearts are open to fly again. Travel the open road to the future. Oh, fuck off.
This all sounds like code for up the bum to me, you know. I'm sorry.
Guys,
much like making your mind up by Bucks Fizz.
Yeah, front or back, you're gonna get it one or another. Yeah,
I think I know how the songwriting process goes for these things, right? Okay, what it is, they've kind of adapted a method used by David Bowie, right, where he used to take strips of newspaper, stick them at a tombola, give a spin on a tombola, take them out, and he'd make song lyrics from these strips of newspaper. What they've done with these is they've taken a load of Hallmark greeting cards, and that's what they've taken the stuff from. Right?
Yeah. Somewhere in the 12-inch version, it goes, "Happy birthday, Mum, you're 80." Happy Mother's Day. Fuck me. Yeah. Sorry that you're leaving. We hope your job is great.
Get well soon.
You have our condolences. Thinking of you in this troubling time.
Hang in there, kitty.
Dad, thanks for being that taxi. Thanks for being that taxi, for picking us up when we're drunk.
I'm sorry for getting kebab on your floor. I'm sorry. Here's a voucher for £25 from a cleaning razor store. B&Q vouchers.
Oh, I shouldn't do this while eating a bag of crisps. Right.
Fucking hell. It's bollocks. This movie's bollocks in every conceivable constant way. There's nothing about this movie. Not a thing.
It goes really weird as well, because you have this thing where it's doing the trying to bond the kid with the father, and then all of a sudden the kid fucks off. And then it turns into a sports movie towards the end, where it goes into like the elimination of, well, you know, you can lose once, but you can't lose twice. Otherwise you lose properly.
Oh, God, how many times do I have to tell you the rules?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We're not simpletons like these gibbering gits who would fucking frankly place a bet on 2 flies farting in a bottle of beer.
Well, yeah, he's placing a bet on himself. You're not allowed to do that shit. You can't place bets on yourself.
That's called match fixing.
Yeah.
And as for fucking Master Blaster, I'm pretty sure in real arm wrestling, you're not allowed just to have your arm stuck in one position, then just bend over and win the match. You have to do it with your arm, not just your full body weight. I'm just gonna lean over. I've won. I lean over. I've won. I don't think that's how it works.
Did you guys see? You know when they're going through the competition and doing the arm wrestling, there was one. Did you see the one that actually dislocated for real?
No.
There was one in there, and is the guy who starts screaming after he's lost, but you see it just go clonk and fall out of position. You're like, oh my goodness me. I would say go back and watch it, but that's not going to happen. I know that.
Even if his fucking arse fell off when he's I wouldn't watch it.
Yeah, but there is one that actually dislocates. It's grim. It is really grim.
Here's a question for you, Elton. Are you going to watch this again?
No, that's it. Nostalgia is a bitch sometimes. It really is. And sometimes it's like, oh wow, this is great. This is a moment of what was the one that really ruined it for me? Early Doors. Clash of the
Clash of the
Titans.
Titans.
Yeah,
Mm.
this is that all over again.
You're welcome. Childhood memories destroyed.
Yep.
You've succeeded.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you're welcome.
Oh, I'm glad I've I don't know, slain that beast. I'm not too sure how to put it. It's a fucking awful movie. It's like 3 movies rolled into one, where you have, well, you have a family dispute movie, you have a father trying to bond with his son movie, and you have a sports movie.
Mm.
I would say they get a bit desperate at the end, really desperate at the end, and they try and recreate the last bit from Rocky.
Mm.
Oh, fucking hell, somebody help out
They
my
even had,
husband,
like-
he's having a stroke.
They had like Apollo Creed from Timu arm wrestler though as well, didn't they?
Oh, they did. Angry black guy.
I wasn't ready. It started early. It wasn't ready. I mean,
He said go, though. That was the thing.
yeah. How do you say go and then get it, and then he starts doing it and then he loses? I'm do you know the one bit that I kind of thought, oh no, I'm done. I'm really done. I mean, it was all shit anyway, but the bit that really was the moment was when they started talking about that you have to lose twice. You have to lose twice to be out. You have to lose twice to be out. It's like, okay, fine. He's going to lose, isn't he? Yes,
Yeah, he's going to lose
did.
once, isn't he?
So he's going to lose once. There's the stakes. Thanks very much.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing was, Robert Loggia comes in. He finds the son, and goes, we gotta go. You know, we're going, like this sort of thing. And then he turns around. He looks at the crowd all cheering, and goes, "We'll go once this is finished."
Yeah.
And it's like, so what you're telling me is this hard-nosed, businessman, titan of industry, moneyed man, sees a bunch of baying rednecks in a Vegas casino and goes, "Oh yeah, no, I can see it now. I can see it all. It all makes sense now. Clearly the kid needs to be with his father because this is a great place for him to grow up." I mean, literally, the whole arena could have just been called Coronary Alley. I mean, it was literally, there was thousands of tons of fast food everywhere. Every single person looked like they were like one sniff away from basically a major embolism. Sylvester Stallone was down the front getting a vibrator on his back at one point, going, "I think I've done my wrist. Look at that. Please press inside my elbow." And it was like, this.
What?
He did that whole thing, press inside my elbow. And it's just like, it was like, what on earth, even in the most insane time, even right now, right, where let's be honest, the world's view of America, sorry America, is that you're in a bit of a crazy land right now, where craziness rules. Not even in this crazy land would someone look and see a roid-raged loser who can barely turn up to his wife's funeral or his son's fucking graduation and go, "Oh yeah, this is it. This I've been wrong all along. My money and all my education I'm bestowing upon this kid, my endless wealth, I've all the love. I've been his surrogate father for the last 10 years. He's like only fucking 12, but for the last 10 years, he's been my son. I will give it all up because this sweaty twat over there with a hat on backwards has won £10.50 on a fucking horse race of himself." It's like the cunt can't even fucking keep his arms on the floor, and he can't even drive his own truck. And yes, this is where the kid needs to be. Fucking real American heroes. Salute. And then with tears in his eyes, he looks at the kid and he looks at the bloke the twat who's down there go whilst thumb wrestling with a fat bloke, and then goes, "Yeah, I've been wrong all along." It's like, fuck
and
off.
the child is shouting, "Over the top, Dad! Over the top!" Oh yeah, I forgot about that move.
Yeah, that move.
Maybe
that
I
I've
should have
been
done
doing.
that move on every single match before.
I wouldn't mind, but isn't that cheating? I mean, all you're doing is you're crushing someone else's thumb.
Basically.
Yeah.
That wasn't explained either. I thought there was going to be an explicit. It is how you win. You break the phone, basically, and kick him under the table.
When I was a kid,
slap his love spuds with a wet towel.
when I was a kid watching this movie, that over the top thing was because we would watch this movie and then be like, okay, right, everyone starts arm wrestling around you. It's brilliant. It's just one of them movies of you watch Back to the Future, everyone starts skateboarding, and you watch this and everyone starts arm wrestling. And
spontaneously.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
And everyone was doing that over the top thing, and you're like, what? I lost my train of thought now. Fuck yeah.
No, you did the over the top thing, yeah? You disagreed with it, did you?
No, I can't remember where I was now. Oh God, it's gone.
I mean, it's like when I was when I was young and watching Top Gun. I see all those guys doing volleyball, and suddenly I wanted to grease up, jump on the sand with a bunch of hunky men. Hold on, no, hang on, I'll leave that right where it is. So Elton, were you having thumb wrestling wars with your buddies then?
No, honestly, I oh Jesus. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I lost my train of thought. I had it, and then it went. I'm afraid. But I did have another thought of nowadays, because America's so crazy,
go bonkers.
lally,
Yeah.
It would be that Slappy game, wouldn't it? Has anyone seen the Slappy game?
Yes. Yeah. Slappy
That
game.
it wouldn't be arm wrestle; it'll be slapping around the face game, where people distort their faces after that. Oh God!
Yeah, that's it. The face slapping, monk slapping from Chisholm Mall, where it is. But yeah,
Yeah.
Chimbrook Meadows monk slapping, or I don't know.
Chimbrook fucking Meadows. Jesus Christ.
Oh, fucking hell. Chimbrook Meadows monk slapping. Oh, that's made me
Coming
laugh.
live from the Cole Harbour Velodrome in Eltham.
Coming from the Nugent Centre, Orpington. We come live to Thumb Wars. Jesus Christ. 1, 2, 3, 4. I come from war. Real American heroes.
Live from the Sports Direct Ballroom here in Chertsey.
As the road drives by us, we head on to St. Mary's Cray. Standing by the GT Sports, we're on our way. Fuck's sake.
From the town, you make me frown.
The Kentucky Fried Chicken House is our dreams. Anyway. Fuck's sake. Oh, gotta stop. We have to stop.
Okay.
Oh, I could go on for hours, but this is just nonsense. The fucking film was only 90 minutes. We could have done the whole fucking thing in real time. Anyone got any last thoughts? Final words? At all?
No. No, I'm done.
Are you sure, Elton?
Yeah.
You sure? Have we
Yeah.
destroyed your childhood?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Oh,
that happened years ago, so yes. Cool.
I'm terribly sorry. Anyway, moving on. Oh no. Anyway, so I think we'll leave it there. Let's find out what we're doing next week. Jim, I think it's your pick, isn't it?
It is.
Oh, good lord!
Which Stallone film are we doing next week?
I was going to say, if you do Paradise Alley, I'm hanging up this phone and I'm just gonna AI synthesize your voice into saying RoboCop.
Thankfully for you, I'd forgotten that existed until you mentioned it earlier.
Oh fuck! Yeah,
And Cobra wasn't on streaming.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, I want to see Cobra again. Oh man, yes. Let's watch Cobra.
You
Drive
don't.
it to
You
the
really
Jesus.
don't.
I have the cure.
No, a
Love
laser,
cats.
a fucking rifle laser sight on a fucking pistol does not make it a futuristic gun. It makes you look like a knob with some fairy lights on. Anyway, go on, Jim.
Well, then, I had various ideas after watching Over the Top.
Oh God.
But I thought I'd be nice. Or am I? It's a
I was
film I've
not-
not seen.
Uh-oh.
Okay. But it was one of those things. It's a film I vaguely remember it coming out and completely forgot about it.
Mm.
And then, as is often the way, you'll get reminded of a film and it'll pop up like 2 or 3 times in a couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the universe going, hey, you, that film, remember this?
Yeah.
It's a film, it's a British movie.
Mm.
It has been compared to Dead Man's Shoes, which we have done,
Okay.
and Blue Ruin, which we have done.
Okay.
It came out in 2021, and it's simply called Bull.
Bull.
Yes. It is a British crime thriller. One-man army revenge film, but with a twist of some sort, I believe. I've not delved too deeply, but I do know apparently it does justify every second of its 18 rating and its brutality.
Okay.
And I
All
thought,
right.
Ooh.
Oh.
But it came up twice on like social media on different platforms. People talking about underrated films that no one talks about. It's kind of,
Yeah.
oh, okay, that sounds very much in our wheelhouse.
Okay. It
As,
does.
Yeah, so it could be bleak and absolutely appalling, but at least it won't be over the top.
Oh well, you hope, Jim. Let's not.
I'm
let's
rolling
not
I'm rolling the dice here. It could be awful, but
I was going to say it feels like you're pushing the boat out a little early on the it's not shit moment. But
well,
cool.
it
Okay.
could be interesting.
Okay.
But maybe have Paddington Peru on standby for afterwards.
Okay. That's really got me worried now. Okay, so Bull, not an uncastrated male cow,
No.
as it says here on the stupid AI crap that's dropped down out of Google. But instead,
On Amazon Prime, 2021. That's what you're looking for. Starring
right?
Neil Maskell.
Yes. I've now found it. Now once I got past the AI shit. Okay. Well, Jim, you given us that. Darren, have you seen this film before?
No.
Okay. Based
Not at
on
all.
no, just no.
No.
Elton?
No, I haven't even heard of it.
Okay, and neither have I. I've not seen it either. So we have a full-on mystery monocle going on here.
I like the
This is
sound
one
of
of
it,
those the
though.
COVID years film. That's what it is. 2021. There's a 2020, 2021. There's a gold mine of films that came out, and no one's gone to the cinema, and everyone's head was fucked, so no one knows they happened.
Right, fair.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Mm.
Cool. Okay. Well, in which case, yes, ladies and gentlemen, join us next week for Bull. Well, let's put it this way: more Bull than usual. Bull the review as opposed to Bull the review of the podcast. Just take it as you like. So, yeah, and that's over at Amazon Prime, yeah?
It is indeed.
Brilliant. Lovely. Well, we shall be dealing with that next week then. Brilliant. Right. Well, let's just move on to Pimp's Corner. So, Jim, you still have the floor, sir. What's happening over at hypnagoria.com?
That's a good question. I've just released an episode on Roger Corman's Mask of the Red Death.
Okay.
Maybe the finest film he ever made.
Mhm.
And this week, there'll be a reading of a classic old short story by Ray Bradbury.
Oh, cool. Okie dokie. And that's over at hypnagoria.com.
It is indeed.
Lovely and indeed jubbly. Right. What about you, Elton? What's happening over on Rogue 2 Media?
Talking about cars going round in circles at the Grand Prix podcast, and on the Band of Brothers podcast, we're talking about Battle of Britain. We're reviewing that.
Battle of Britain.
Battle of Britain.
Okie dokie. Cool. Lovely. Great. Okay. And Darren, you got anything to promote?
No, at all. No,
Right.
nothing.
Nothing.
Not a zip. Yep.
One day you're going to surprise me and to
I
say
will.
yes. But right now, no. Okay. Cool. I've got nothing. Right. Okay. So we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for listening. Before we go, we've got to leave you with a phrase that pays. What can we think? 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war. There you go.
Nice.
There you go. That's our phrase that pays. You can find us all over on the Black Dog Podcast Facebook group, which is facebook.com/group/the Black Dog Podcast. You can get in contact with us via that, or you can get on to feedback@blackdogpodcast.com, or you can hit me up in the DMs on Blue Sky. I am cartoonbeardy.bsky.social. And that is, as they say, that. So, thank you very much for listening. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Darren. Thank you, Elton.
No problem.
And thank you all for listening. You truckers out there, you keep on trucking. Just don't drop your kid off at some random truck stop with a big burly guy going, "Are you on your own?" Otherwise, keep on keeping on, and we'll see you all next week for Ball. Until then, take care. Tatty bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Ta-da.
There's a voice that keeps on calling me. Down the road, it's where I'll always be. Every stop I make a new friend. Can't stay for long, just turn around and I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on.
I already came for a kebab.